Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks very much for coming by on this rainy Fort McMurray afternoon for some great news for the Fort McMurray Oil Barons organization. My name's Tyler King with Country 93.3 and Rock 97.9 Radio here in town, and it's my pleasure to get to MC this afternoon's very, very big announcement. We'll go over sort of our little plan of attack for those of you in the media who'd obviously like to know. We're going to start by introducing Len Clark, president of the Oil Barons. He'll have some short remarks. He'll introduce the Oil Barons' new head coach and general manager. Then we'll have some time for, we'll open the floor to questions if anybody's got any. The folks here at the table, all three of them, will have a microphone where they can respond to you. And then for all the media folks assembled as well, once we're all done, everyone at this table will be available for one-on-ones with you afterwards as well. So without further ado, to spread some of the great news the Fort McMurray Oil Barons are announcing, I'd like to welcome up to the podium the president of the Northern Alberta Athletic Association and president of the Fort McMurray Oil Barons, Mr. Len Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here today. I'm so excited. Normally I start to vibrate by now, as my wife knows. Also, first of all, I want to thank the selection committee for their due diligence and hard work in going through the applications and the resumes. I want to thank the executives for their support and the members of the board of directors. Today I am proud to introduce the new general manager and head coach of your Fort McMurray Oil Barons. He brings an incredible amount of wealth and coaching experience, playing experience to our lovely city. He has won the Memorial Cup with Prince Albert Raiders. He was captain of the St. John's Maple Leafs for their 3 inaugural seasons. He was selected in the 1985 NHL draft by the Vancouver Canucks. He has a long resume. 4 years as the assistant coach of the Grand Rapids Griffins in the American Hockey League. He has 2 seasons as head coach with the Moose Jaw Warriors. 6 seasons as the head coach with the Regina Pats of the WHL. Assistant coach of the gold medal winning Canada Junior Champions in 2007 and 8. He also has been the assistant coach of the Ottawa Senators and McMurray's own Chris Phillips in 2008, 2009. Without further delay, I would like to introduce you to the head coach and general manager of your Fort McMurray Oil Barons, Mr. Curtis Hunt. I think this one fits, I think.
That's the important one there.
That's the important one on the front. Yes, sir. Yeah. He says he's not a hat guy, so I'll just leave this here for him. All yours, sir.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Don't hold the Canuck thing against me. I was only 18. Yeah, don't hold that against me either. Although I did cheer for the Habs last night. Not in spite of you. It is Canada's team right now. Good to see Jutland here. Appreciate him coming up from Lloyd. I want to welcome, I understand your worship is here, the mayor, is that correct?
Right here.
Oh, I'm sorry, but welcome, and members of council, the board, players, we have our hockey staff here as well, and most importantly, the fans who came out today in this city. That's the one thing that I did a little research myself in this place. Well, I'm part of the mob now, which is fantastic. And, the guys I've worked with who've had the opportunity to come into this building, they say it's both petrifying and so rewarding. And for players, as I'm sure you can talk about, the support here is fantastic, and certainly want to continue to build on what's happened here already. I thank Len. It was a real hectic week. The last time I made a decision this quick, I got married. But you know what, that's 20 years, so that was a real positive, and it's still going strong, so that's really good. Certainly look forward to getting to know the board a lot better and everybody individually as we spend some time today with the coaching staff and the trainers, the players, and as I mentioned, getting into the community and meeting our fans. This franchise, you know, as I mentioned, coming in here is one of the premier ones in Canada in terms of junior hockey, and maybe North America as a whole, you know, as the U.S. slowly builds their programs. And, you know, I look at the records here, and not so much, well, including the records and the teams you've put together and the records of the teams is important, but bigger than the product in Wayne is, you know, the number of kids who come through here, and whether they go to U.S. colleges, whether they go to Canadian colleges, but where they are in the community now in terms of building leaders. And that was, I got to credit, one, the leadership here and the history, but this is really a new beginning. It's a new beginning for me as a coach, as a general manager, and a new beginning for the organization as well. And it's our mandate, and certainly my mandate, to build on the success that you've had here, to try to reach some higher levels, to set some new standards. And one of the things that was mentioned to me was there's a little bit of pressure coming here. And I think that's pretty positive, because I like to think of the hockey team as a team that applies pressure, and that's certainly a mandate we used when I was with Canada and the World Junior programs, is there's a ton of pressure there to perform and compete and bring home gold. And that holds true for this community and this franchise, but it's something we want to do. And I think if you think of pressure, one, it creates diamonds, and maybe more importantly for this community, it creates oil. And pressure is something that we want our players to have. We want players that want to be in that pressure environment. We want players that want to have high expectations. We want players that have high standards, that want high standards, that want to be pushed, that help younger players along, that are leaders. And then it's our job as a staff and as a organization to show them how to get there. And that's really going to be our mandate. The WCC is coming here this year. I know that's a huge event. And I want to assure you that's not our focus. Our focus is to build a team. Our focus is to stay in the moment, become competitive every single night, not only at home where the record is fantastic, but on the road as well, and give ourselves an opportunity to not just compete in that thing, but be at the top of the league and win it. But for now, it's about coming together as a team. So we've got a long journey ahead of us, but the reward is always in the journey, and we certainly look forward in that. And part of that process, as I mentioned in the press release, is real simple to me. It's hard work, intelligence, and support. And if we think about the people in our lives we look up to or want to emulate, they have those three qualities. So I've talked enough. I want to thank everyone again for coming out. I want to thank Len, the organization. Certainly look forward to getting this season underway and doing some real special things here in Mob Country. Thank you.